eat it, they'll be like, say what? It's vegan? So yeah. Hey guys, it's your girl Chef Joya, and welcome back to Say What? It's Vegan. Now, it's warming up outside. It's time to go to the day parties, hang out with your girls. So it means it is brunch time. We're gonna cook my fried jerk shrimp and grits. Yes, I said fried jerk shrimp and grits. We're gonna make that recipe that's in my cookbook, Brunching with Chef Joya. So let me show you how I make this delicious recipe. Let's get started. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with our grits. Whether you're using a quick grits or a stone ground grits, I still cook my grits for about 25 minutes. We don't want to taste like grits. We want to taste like a creamy porridge almost, all right? So the key to that is having a really good thick milk. In my cookbook, I say use coconut milk, but this is a new milk that came out that is a blessing to all vegans, all right? Even if you're lactose intolerant, you're not vegan, this milk is a blessing for you, all right? So I'm gonna go ahead and add my milk in here. And then I'm going to go ahead and add my vegan butter. Now you can use whatever butter you like, whatever brand you choose. So I'm gonna add a stick of butter now. Then I'm gonna also go ahead and season it. Now typically you'll wanna use like some salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, and as your base seasoning, but I'm gonna use my golden chick, which is absolutely delicious in grits. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and use some vegetable chicken bouillon. Now, if you're like, Chef, I can't find the vegan chicken bouillon, go ahead and use some veggie bouillon. Just make sure you use some sort of bouillon, okay? All right, so then now we're gonna go ahead and pour our grits in here. And we're gonna whisk it at the same time so it can blend. You want your grits to be almost like a pancake batter consistency before it starts getting hot. And that way you'll know if you need to add more grits or if you need to add more liquid to your recipe. Look y'all, the grits starting to attack, we gotta hurry up. All right, so we're gonna add our nutritional yeast. Whoa! All right, so that when that starts happening, that means grits said, close me, baby. So you better listen, because them things will jump out the pot on you. All right, so it's time to close these grits up. And I know y'all see my cheese. We're gonna add the cheese in a little bit later, all right? So let's go ahead and close up these grits, turn it down on low, and then we're gonna allow this to cook for about 20 minutes, stirring every three minutes. All right, guys, so we're gonna go ahead and work on our shrimp. Do not forget about your grits, as I said before. Make sure you're stirring about every 3 minutes and see if you had to add some liquid to it. So I'm just adding my club soda to my other half of my batter. So I have my seasoned batter, which is a seasoned corn flour. And all those details are in my cookbook, Brunching with Chef Joya. One of the key things to your batter, making your batter, you want it to be a little bit thin for your wet batter because you're gonna put it wet, dry, wet. And then when you put that dry batter back into the wet batter, it's gonna thicken it up as it go, okay? So you wanna make sure you don't have it too thick to start with. I also went ahead and made my jerk sauce, and that recipe is also in the cookbook so you can make it from scratch. If you're not feeling so froggy and you don't want to make your jerk sauce from scratch, go ahead and buy it at the store. Any brand will be just fine, all right? Just make sure you get it from an international market, all right? Now, some of you may not have seen these vegan shrimp before. They absolutely delicious. This is actually from Belief Vegan. This is made out of konjac root. This one is soy-free. And the thing about it is it actually fills you up really fast because konjac root actually expands once it gets in your stomach, just to let you know. But what I'm doing right now is actually cutting these in half. I'm big on texture, and as you can't eat the whole thing, but I find that eating too much of this at one time gets a little funny in your mouth. So we're gonna add some more seafood flavor to it. So we're gonna use some nori fukaki, or you can use some dried kelp or some kombu, whatever you choose to use. But this seaweed right here is gonna give it more of a fishy flavor. Then we're gonna add my red house seasoning to it. And don't be scared, season that thing, all right? Then we're gonna add a little bit of our vegan Worcestershire sauce. Remember I tell you, anytime you make any meat substitutes, you wanna make sure you use some soy sauce, some vegan Worcestershire sauce, something that's gonna help everything absorb and stick to your vegan meat substitutes, okay? So we're gonna take a few, we're gonna add it to our dry batter. All right, we're gonna shake off as much as possible. A lot won't come off, but it's okay. So you see what I mean when I say we added that flour mix back to our liquid, so it's gonna thicken it up. That's why I wanted it to be thin in the first place, all right? All right, so we gotta go ahead and make sure it's all coated. You don't want any with flour on it because that means you'll have ball head pieces of shrimp, okay? It's okay if it has some excess liquid to it. We're gonna drop it back in our flour, and we're gonna like just toss the dry flour right on top of that. And we're gonna do that until it's complete. I like to add my items into my oil in the clockways or counterclockwise. And just remember whichever way you decide to do it. That way you know first in, first out. All right. They smell good already, y'all. It be the seasoning for me. All right, so now that our shrimp is fried to perfection, you see how beautiful they're golden brown. We're gonna go ahead and grab our grits, which is finishing up. So we're gonna add that other stick of butter that we have. This is by choice, but I'm telling you, I'm not gonna tell you to do something that ain't smart. We're gonna add that. Then we're gonna add a little bit of vegan cheese. Now, typically in my cookbook, I say use miso. However, this cheese actually has miso in it, so we don't need to use any miso. So I'm gonna put a nice amount of cheese, maybe the whole bag. Nice amount of vegan cheese, and then we're gonna fold that right into this recipe, all right? All right, so we're gonna go ahead and build our shrimp and grits. Super easy to build, absolutely delicious. It's gonna be the next favorite meal requested at any brunch that you attend. So you're gonna go ahead and add your scoop or two of grits. Let's add some of our shrimp right now. So we're gonna add a couple pieces of our vegan shrimp. Then we're gonna take our nice jerk sauce that we make. Full recipe to how I make my jerk sauce is in my cookbook. So we're gonna go ahead and let's just pour it around it a little bit and add a little bit of our vegan cheese. And then we're gonna top it with some fresh green onion. All right, so now my favorite part, we get to taste it. Wanna make sure I get all the components of this dish together. 1, 2, 3. Girl, Wait, Literally every flavor just hit my mouth. Like, oh my God, Like as soon as I bit it, it was like sweet, heat, tangy, creamy, grits, the cheese, the freshness, the fry. It's like my mouth literally just said percolator. Like it literally percolated in my mouth. This is absolutely delicious. You're not gonna wanna make shrimp and grits any other way after you try this recipe. Let me know what you think about it once you try it out. Share with your friends. Share this channel with everyone you know. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time on Say What Is Vegan. Ciao.